grab some electrolytes for the run. These are my two favorite flavors, salted watermelon and lime. We're gonna go with lime this morning. Sounds good. So 2 scoops of this down the hatch. So usually what I'll do is I'll sip on my electrolytes like an hour before whatever workout I'm getting after, whether it's a run or a lift, just to make sure that I have appropriate time to like get hydrated. I try and drink this before any caffeine too, because I feel like if I have coffee first, then it just dehydrates me right away and I'm playing a game of catch up of being hydrated. So sip on these. I do some client check-ins and programming for the All In Athletic Club. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. We have a monthly race or workout that we do. So every month you can tackle either a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, full marathon. We all complete it on the same date, which kind of helps. I feel like it's been fun because we all complete it on the same day. We feel like we're like together doing it, but you're doing it virtually from wherever you are. So if there's a race that you've been trying to sign up for, but you can't find one, it's a nice opportunity to be able to go through the training with other people, connect with them because we're all training similarly. It's a cool program. If you're interested, hit the link below. And also it is where I coach you one-on-one, but I put you in touch with all of the athletes that I'm coaching. So we hop on Zoom calls and we learn some pretty cool stuff about training. I'm gonna do a little bit more of this and then we'll get into the workout. Hey, buddy. All right. You wanna come with us today? I've been bringing Bauer on runs with us. We had 2 Goldens. We just recently lost ours, and it's been tough on me to say the least. He went through a lot of life with us, but a lot of life changes. He was an awesome dog, but I think these runs have been good for both of us. Some might have featured some ugly cries, but it just goes to show running, honestly, it's been such an outlet for me, just like mentally, just to like run through things in life and like if I'm stressed, and it's been really good. So that's why I'm like such a huge proponent of getting people into running. If you've never done it before, it's just so accessible. All you literally need is just an outfit and shoes, and you can get out there, and it does a lot of good. So we're gonna do a few miles today. It's a beautiful day. This is the first time I've worn like a shirt and shorts in quite some time. And we're in the garage gym. I haven't been in the garage gym in forever. It's been really boring throwing around weights down in the basement with the kids running around. So this is gonna be a lot better. We'll get into a workout. We're gonna hit the run first. I think we're gonna do around like 4 just easy miles, and then we will hit a lifting session after. So let's go get some miles in. Been messing with different hat companies to work with. This is the logo. A lot of people ask about this. So AG is actually my initials, but it actually stands for go, and then A, all, and then in is the sweat drop because it takes a little sweat to go all in. So that's kind of the story behind my logo, and then you'll see it again here in the garage gym. We're just wrapping the logo everywhere, but I'm playing with a few. I want to get these hats out for people who are interested, but just messing around with a few different brands. This is the Boko Gear brand. If you guys have a preference or have worked with a brand before that you like, let me know, because I want to get some merch out for you guys. It'll be fun. So here's where I'm at with my training in regards to running. I'm just over 4 months postpartum. For those of you that don't know, the reason I'm saying this is my final trimester, my 3rd trimester, I pretty much stopped running. Became uncomfortable. There's just a lot of like weight bearing on my joints. So I stopped. I maintained my aerobic fitness by pretty much just solely biking, with the goal of coming back 14 weeks postpartum and completing a half marathon, which I did. I signed up for Austin. I wasn't able to make it down. We had some family stuff going on that I had to stay home for, but I completed that. Now, 2 weeks from now, I'm completing my first half marathon trail run. Never done a trail run before. Still don't even have trail shoes. But I have been training with my double stroller, which I would argue is pretty much like resistance training. You're using your quads, your hammies, your glutes to just push added weight, which I hope will mimic inclines. Declines, I'm just gonna have to deal with it and the joints. But I tell you all of this, the place that I'm coming from and where I'm at in my training, because I know what it's like to be at a peak level of fitness. And more recently now I'm in the position where it's changed drastically. I've been humbled. I feel like I've almost started from scratch again. And I know some of you might be able to relate, whether it's your postpartum, you've taken a little break, you're in a slump with your fitness. But know that putting a plan together or setting a goal and then working backwards, setting a plan to reach that goal and having a community to keep you accountable, I think is the number one way of being able to stick to that. So if I can be that for you, great. Hopefully by posting here, I'll help you learn a little something. We're super lucky to live by beautiful lake, unsalted. It's called Lake St. Clair in Michigan. One of my favorite views. The church that we got married at overlooks this view, and it's incredible. I never stop appreciating it. So that wraps up the workout. Go big guy. What I'll usually do is I'll grab a bottle of water, get some hydration in, and then I change out of my running shoes. I train in the Nike, these are the Metcons. I don't know what number they are. I think they're like the 8s. And then I don't know if you guys have heard of these. They're called KANEs, not Crocs, they're KANEs. Basically they're an athletic style, like looking, Croc if you will, because it's rubberized. But the way that they format the sole, they worked with a podiatrist in designing this, and it's made as a recovery shoe. So I love after a workout slipping into those just because they're so comfy. You get obviously tons of air in them. They have holes in them. So you can just air your feet out and just kind of recover your feet. So I'm gonna get my training shoes on. I am super strict about changing out of my runners into trainers just because when you're putting added weight on your runners, it just beats them down faster. So the foam is just compressed more and you'll have less bounce in them. So that's reason A, but B, a lot of times like that added foam doesn't help your foot grip the ground when you're doing any type of movement. So it kind of bugs me if I am in a situation where I'm going from a run to a workout when I have to keep my running shoes on. So food for thought, if you train in your runners, if you like weight training your runners, consider maybe trying to find a pair of shoes that are just flat to the ground so that your feet can feel more of the surface, and it helps your feet get stronger, but it also just helps you with your balance and moving through the movements properly. So that's kind of the reason, my rant on why I make sure that I wear Nike Metcons when I'm training. Almost all of my workouts will start off with 100 push-ups. You can break them out any way you want. I'll usually do like 25 reps, 4 rounds. Murph is coming up on Memorial Day, which the athletic club is training for. My first time actually training for Murph, so obviously calls for 200 push-ups in the workout, so this will help get us in good shape for that. And I think it's just overall a good movement just to prime your body. Whether you're doing an upper body workout or not, it's just good. It calls for a lot of the muscles, you know, you're engaging your core, using your upper body, and just a good movement. I'm a fan of it. So without further ado, we'll get into them. So I used to train primarily like a lighter weight and then go endurance. So I pick a lighter like dumbbell and then I would just do high reps. So more of like an endurance style weight training. I'll mix it up every now and then. I try and periodize it. Just I think it's good, your body adapts, and then it's good I think to keep it guessing. But more recently I'd argue that I've been training lower rep, honestly like 6 to 8. Like I'll do 6 to 8 reps, which if you would have told me that before, I would have said you're crazy. But I'll do like 6 to 8 reps and I'll just do a heavy weight. I think a lot of women in particular, that scares them when I tell them that, because they immediately go to, you know, I'm gonna get big, I'm gonna get bulky. I promise you, there are women that are out there bodybuilding, trying to gain the big bulky muscle that you might be talking about, and without steroids cannot get there. So I have seen not only huge progress in my strength going up, but I think my physique as well. I just feel like my body's held on to muscle. And simple as your body saying like, hey, we're gonna be lifting heavy things, and your body realizing that and saying, we might need to preserve some of the muscle that we have to be able to adapt to the stimulus that we're trying to put on it. So I'm a huge fan of going heavier in the weights, just stay low in the reps. And then again, I'll do 4 rounds, like nothing crazy. Lift heavy, keep your muscle on, and I've been happy with my overall results and physique so far. Training is I used to not take as long of a rest period, so I would just basically make it like a HIIT workout. What I realized when you bring up the weight and start training heavier is that you're forced to have to take those breaks. Otherwise, when you go back for that next set, you're just spent, you're smoked. So make sure you're taking an ample amount of time between throwing around that heavy weight. Give yourself like 60 seconds. I used to sit at the gym and laugh at those guys that would just be on their phone and look like they were scrolling. And now what I realize is that they were probably being a lot smarter than me, and they were taking their time between their sets to make sure that they came back with enough recovery time to be able to hit the next round of heavy weights. All right, so that wraps up a day of hybrid training with me. We got a little run-in, a lift. You got to know a little bit more about my style of training. And if you haven't already, like I said, hit the link below. Check out our All In Athletic Club. I would love to work with you on one-on-one and have you be a part of our growing community. It's really an exciting time to get everyone together, just a bunch of positive minds, and share what we're doing, what we're going all in on this year, and just help motivate one another and keep each other accountable. So check that out if you haven't already. Like, subscribe. We're going to be doing more giveaways, so stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.